Hello guys, welcome back to Raptor. I'm just going to quickly explain again that I don't have a microphone because I'm away from home for a while with work, so that's why it might sound a bit strange. If you haven't seen the other videos I've recently done, then you would know this already. So into this video today, I'm basically decided that I wanted to add more of the surrounding area to the ride. So this includes a little bit of Blue Streak and some other little areas which I'll get onto in a later episode. But today I'm just going to focus on this kind of Blue Streak. This just small section of track. It's basically just the lift hill and the first kind of bunny hill. What I plan to do is once I've kind of got everything down and placed, I would like to move the whole thing as a blueprint into a smaller land space. I'm going to create a scenario and measure out how big the tiles, how many tiles wide and long it should be, etc. And just place it down so then the edge of Blue Streak will actually be at the edge of the map. But for now I'm just doing it in Sandbox to just make it easier for myself. So I'm just kind of looking at a picture of Blue Streak from online and just trying to copy it as much as I can. Obviously the brake run is on a diagonal, so that was kind of difficult because it's not like a 45-degree angle, but I get around that eventually and actually end up changing this area quite a bit with moving some of the things around just to make it all a bit more compact, because actually it's quite spaced out what the game allows me to do. Makes everything a bit more spaced out, and so I fall into some kind of errors if I'm trying to make this an accurate recreation. So I try and just get around those problems somehow, but for now this is just Blue Streak. I will change it slightly later on. But as I said, I'm just going to look at some pictures and just try and do some of the details. So I noticed there was a little catwalk walkway here on the side of the lift hill, and I'm just going to put some more wooden kind of supports in, some steel beams where the paths go underneath and that kind of thing. And this kind of, for me, is iconic, this little roof section here on top of the lift hill. And also I think it'd be really great, which I will do, is to take the little tiny lights from the catwalk set and actually place them equally apart along the whole track so that the whole thing lights up at night time. In real life, the Blue Streak actually has, I think it has like a LED strip lighting along the whole ride. Obviously that doesn't it's not possible to do in the game, so I'm just going to do my own way of kind of lighting it up, but in a similar way. So yeah, I'll just leave you to watch me construct the supports and all the little details on Blue Streak. It doesn't take too long, and then I shall come back and talk to you about what else is going on in this episode. So see you in a bit.
Here and there, not exactly knowing who I was. Now I think I know. I've always known things about myself. I've just chosen to not recognize them and act on them. Like, I've always been aware of my faults. I didn't crave to want to feel great because I haven't felt the way I've been feeling recently and feel now in a very long time.
So that's that kind of done. I'm just gonna go now and kind of complete some of the supports here around the pre-lift hill section and just kind of figure out the path work. If you saw from the very beginning of the video, I've actually done a bit more path work off camera with using the mix match kind of styles and patterns and stuff that I said I was going to do in the last episode. So I've done a bit more of that just to figure out how it will look throughout this whole kind of section of Cedar Point. And right now I'm just going to do these fences. I'm actually going to replace these now that the Shy Guys 4 set is out on the Steam Workshop. There's some really good fences in that set that you can use for big curves, and so I'm going to replace the ones I've used here with those ones at some point. But for now, these ones will do. As I said before in the first episode of this recreation, that the pre-lift hill area is actually a bit too wide, but that's just because of the limitations of the game and with the layout and trying to squeeze in the final helix of the ride's layout.
Listen, man.
So as the recreation goes on, I keep finding more and more pictures online, and people have also been sending me some pictures, which has been really cool, so I thank you very much. So I noticed more details that I've maybe missed out, so I keep going back to things and adding little bits, and one of them is this kind of access lift hill elevator, and I think it's for wheelchair users so they can get up and down to the station. So I've just included that there on the side of the Raptor station. And now I'm just going to do this little, it's like a road, I think it's like an access road for maintenance, which runs alongside of Blue Streak and has these power lines that go along. So I'm just going to do those, and I'm just using a view of Google Earth here just to figure out where each of the poles for the cables go. So I'm just going to do that now. Like I said before, when I make the map smaller, this will look a lot better. At the moment it's very random with how I've left it there at the side with the road and the power lines. But yep, for now it's okay. So I noticed when looking at some photos that more recently they're taking out the pathway which runs underneath the corkscrew of Raptor. So I've taken that out, and there's actually like a basketball game or something there. So I'm just going to build that now instead. I don't actually know when that pathway was taken out, and to be honest, when I went to Cedar Point last year, I don't remember there being a pathway there or not. so I can't actually remember. I know there's the main pathway which goes kind of underneath the zero G roll, underneath the loop, or the wherever it is, and then there was a second one. So yeah, I'm not sure when that was taken out, but from what I've seen, it's not there anymore. So I'm just going to use some little pieces here just to try and give the illusion here of a basketball game. I've used these spheres from the Better Shapes mod set to make the little basketballs, and also the rings from the Better Shapes is also to make the basketball hoops. So I'm just going to add some shrubbery around, and then that's basically all I've got time for today. But thanks for watching, and I'll try and pop a few screenshots at the end of what I've done. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.
I've loved you for a very long time.